Good morning, beloved. My name is Ebenezer Padre. Today's Open Heavens, May 20, 2024 topic says, He that hath clean hand. The Bible reading is taken from the book of Psalms 24, verse 3 to 6, while our memory verse is taken from the book of Psalms 66, verse 18, which says, If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. The main message. It takes clean hands to ascend to the hill of the Most High God and receive from Him. Isaiah 59 verse 1 to 2 says, Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that He cannot save, neither His ear heavy, that He cannot hear, but your iniquity have separated between you and your God, and your sin have hid His face from you, that He will not hear. The topic we are looking at this one says, He that had clean hands. I want us to know that they said it takes clean hands to ascend to the hill of the Most High God for a prayer to reach where it will be answered. There are reasons involved when our prayers refuse to be answered. They said, Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither is ear heavy, that it cannot hear. So, not that God doesn't hear your prayer, not that God doesn't hear your cry on regular basis. Why God could not respond back to you? Because there are barriers. Not that He didn't hear your cry, not that He doesn't see your struggle, not that He doesn't see what you are passing through. Not that He doesn't see, not that He doesn't see your struggle, but the reason why those prayers of yours could not reach Him is because your hands are not clean. It takes clean hands for your prayer to reach where God is. Let's continue as we see those barriers. When you ask God for something and He does not give it to you, please check your life first before you start complaining. Are your hands clean? Are you living holy? The Bible says that if you are not living holy, you are at such a distance from God that He cannot even hear your prayers. Because people who are living in sin are far away from Him. He will not hear them. God hates sin and cannot come close to sin at all. If you want anything from Him, stay away from sin. So sin could be one of the reasons why our prayer did not get to where God is. The Bible says we cannot continue sinning and we expect grace to be abound. A life that is full of sin, His prayer cannot ascend to where God is. So sin is a barrier to prayers. So one of the reasons why our prayer do not get to God at times is because of what we do. It's because of our hands are not clean. Because of what we do for living, what we do to make money, what we do, to succeed. Some of the ways are not clean, and that's the reason why our prayer cannot be answered. So when you pray and you have not received results, you need to check what you do. What do you do with people? What do you do to make money? What do you do to make your living? What you do, you need to check your way very well. Check what you are using your life to do. This will provide an answer for you. Let's move on. Some people feel that they can force God to do things for them since they do not want to stop their sinful lifestyle. Also know that God will not hear their prayers. They will seek an anointed man of God to pray for them. They believe that God will answer the prayers of the anointed man of God. Several times I have prayed for people for healings, deliverance, and breakthroughs without results. On several occasions I have cried to God, What is going on? This fellow is your child. Why are you not answering my prayers? A lot of times God will say, You don't know the whole story. It does not matter how anointed a man of God is. God cannot be compelled to listen to his prayers over sinners, especially when there is a hidden sin in place. It will be very hard for a prayer of such a person to be answered, especially when the hidden sin is in place. we'll be praying. So we need to know the source of the problem. He that had clean hands, that is the topic. He that had clean hands. When there is hidden sin in place, it will be very difficult to pray unless God show mercy to know the source of that problem, so that we can be instructed prophetically for the solution. So it takes clean hands to ascend to the hill of the Most High God. You cannot bribe God. You cannot be too smart than God. The hidden sin, what causes your problem, need to be dealt with first before the prayer can be answered. What causes that problem must be dealt with first before the prayer can be answered. So the reason why some prayers are not answered today is because we've not really gotten to the root of the problem. And we'll keep on praying, we keep on fasting. You keep on praying, you keep on fasting without knowing the root, the source, what causes the problem. Let's move on. My father in the Lord, Pa Josiah Akedayomi, used to say that it is what a father has that he will use to take care of his children. If God is your father, he will take care of you with his goodness. However, if your father is the devil, he will take care of you with the evil that surrounds him. If you want the blessing of God, ensure that you surrender your life to him in totality and live holy. The Bible says that without holiness, no one can see God. Hebrews 12 verse 14. So if you truly want to abide in his presence and experience his abundant goodness, holiness must be your lifestyle. To ascend to where God is, there are conditions, there are requirements to be met. And the conditions, requirements are to live holy, to make sure that you don't have any hidden sin, to make sure that to make sure that your hands are clean, to make sure that you don't do any hidden things. Before I go, I want to leave you with this reflection written by Father in the Lord, Pastor Adeboye. It says, "Are your hands clean? Until I come to you tomorrow, remain blessed."